right, hey guys. So I'm just gonna ask you a few questions that I think that have been bothering you lately in your life, and just feel free to answer truthfully, and just draw on what you've already been feeling. So the first thing I do want to ask you, because I know this is a problem a lot of families have, is like stress and stress coming into the family and kind of messing up the family dynamic. So what do you guys feel would be like a great source of stress from each perspective? Juwan, we can start with you.
Okay. So my main stress is just not having it all together. Um, Feeling the need to not be a failure to my family. It's one of the main stresses because it's hard out here trying to find a job and trying to know what I'm gonna do next. And so that's a big stress for me.
Okay. And do you feel like while trying to figure it all out, you're kind of getting pressure on like from outside forces, maybe from like parents or just like seeing
Yeah.
what other people are doing?
Yeah, and then you have like what Sally Mae or your cousin down the street, what she's doing, being compared. And then you have your successful friends that are doing really good for themselves, not at home, with their family, but you just, and then it's like your parents that ask you like some questions. It's like they're kind of pushing you. So, so it's there.
Gotcha. And Miss Lively, as his mom, how do you feel what might be stressful in this situation for you?
I think my greatest stress in this situation is a lack of communication. Him not being able to articulate exactly what's his next plan or his next move, or not being sure. And it's not so much as a parent of him being unsuccessful, but it's just a matter of him knowing what it is that he wants to do next. His plan A, his plan B, his plan C.
Okay. And what I guess would be a goal that you both would want to see come out of, I guess, or like a goal that you have in terms of like these stressors that are bothering you? What is something that you want to see change or something different? Just like one goal that you have that you're trying to work towards.
My goal would be not, I think he's thinking that, I might be stressing or about, concerned about him not being successful. I guess my main goal is for him to, be able to communicate what he's feeling, what he's going through. So if he's able to communicate that to me, then I might be able to, better help him. But if he's not able to communicate that to me, then I'm not able to be a source of help or strength for him.
Got you. And what about you, Joan? What's a goal that you kind of want to see come out and you're working towards?
Well, I guess I could be more, be able to draw out more of like a plan of what I'm doing. Once I put it out on paper, kind of be more, what's the word? Hmm. Try just have like a vision board or something like that, and just write out my goals and like steps to
Kind of
get
just
to each.
organize.
Yeah, organize my
what you want
thoughts,
to
my
do.
steps, and
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna ask you kind of like a weird question. It's called the miracle question, and so it's basically just like saying um, we're all gonna go home after we leave here. Get ready for the night. Everyone in their household is going to sleep, and so you're sleeping in peace. And then in the middle of the night, a miracle happens. Okay, and the problem that has prompted you guys to come talk to me today is solved. But because this happens while you're sleeping, you have no way of knowing that the miracle occurred during the middle of the night. So when you wake up in the morning, what small change or what changes would you notice that would trigger in your mind like, hey, the the problem has been solved, the goal has been achieved, and my the problem's gone. So what would I guess you kind of see in each other in terms of like behavior or something that kind of like lets you know, hey, my problem is solved.
Mine would be he called me and able to tell me exactly what is on his mind and exactly where he is going from point A to point B.
hmm. Okay. Um. Huh. Well, I would say I'll have this confidence and this assurance that I know what's next, what's happening, where I'm going. have a job. For sure. Have a job for sure. Yeah, and I definitely be able to just know what direction my life is moving.
Let me just bear with me as I write that down. Alrighty. And so I guess with that being said, on a scale of kind of like 1 to 10, with 10 being more motivated, 1 being the least motivated, how motivated are you guys in trying to see that goal achieved or your individual goals achieved? How motivated are you in doing so?
A 10.
So you're 10?
Myself a good 9.
9. And so, what would you say? What makes you motivated? Like, what are you doing in terms of seeing that goal being achieved?
Seeing the goal as far as him being a better communicator, or
Yeah. So, like, what are you kind of trying to do towards getting that?
just encourage him, just to, when something comes up, just be able just to express himself, and probably give him a tidbit of advice or ideas of how to. Sometimes the best approach is the direct approach.
Gotcha.
Just come out and say what it is that you want to do, and not being afraid that I might not approve, or I might disapprove, or I might have negative feelings, or have something negative to say, but just be assured and just be that's a word I'm looking for. Just have a positive mindset, when you're communicating those ideas or suggestions to me.
And so, Jawan, why would you say that you're not at a full-blown 10 and just a 9? Like, what's that, I guess, that one point that's keeping you away from you feeling that you're completely motivated to working towards your goal?
I think I'm a 9 more so because I still have to deal with the reality of me not having the experience that I need to kind of reach the end goal. I know that I can plan better than the rest of them, but if it's like putting all my work in and not getting the results that I want, is what kind of still doesn't have me up and going. I'm not as motivated because I feel like I've been told no so many times, so it's just kind of difficult
Gotcha.
to pick it up and do it again and again and again.
Okay, so last thing I have for you guys, I'll start with Jawan. What, I guess, strengths do you think that you possess that will enable you to finally reach your end goals and, get that job that you want, get your life in order and all of that? What kind of strengths do you think can help you with that?
Well, I'm definitely organized. Even though I fail time and time again, I'm persistent. I'm also very positive. I look on the positive side of things. So I think those are pretty much some strong strengths there.
Gotcha.
Powerful strengths.
And Scotty, what about you?
Being persistent, being open-minded, willing to listen.
Okay, which sounds like some really good strengths that you guys have, and I do feel like you guys are kind of on the same page and trying to go in the same direction, probably just not really knowing where each other's at or like what each other's thinking and things of that nature. So just communication, I think, would be a good thing for you guys to just keep in mind while moving forward. But like I said, you guys these are some really good self-awareness with the strengths that you guys have presented with me, and I feel like if you kind of hone in on that and just remember and try working on using those strengths to your advantages, I feel like you guys can really achieve those goals. And I do believe that it's a matter of time too. It's not just like whether or not are you capable of doing this? I do think time does play a factor in whether or not your personal goals are achieved. But I do think that you guys are on a good path. But I do thank you for your time today, and we'll schedule up your next follow-up appointment with the secretary outside. But if you have any questions or concerns for me,
No.
okay. Well, I think you guys are pretty good, and I'm proud of you. So I'll see you at your next appointment. Okay.
Okay, bye. See you next time.